going on, YouTube? What's going on, everyone? Jeezy TV back with another video. I kind of get going here because after this I have to make some thumbnails and I kind of want to have time to chill. But we are here with the NBA recap. We have Martin Luther King Day. Hopefully you guys, if you celebrate the holiday, are enjoying it. There's still only 9 games, so this is going to be a pretty fucking long video. Thanks a lot. Goddamn. But, yeah, we're going to start with my Celtics and the Hornets. Unbelievable. Jason Tatum scores 51. The Celtics beat the Hornets for their 7th straight win. Jason Tatum, I think he's the MVP. I know I'm biased. I know, I'm a fan. I have the Funko Pop. I have this little thing. I showed it on stream a couple minutes ago, which is funny. But I know I'm kind of like a dick sucker or whatnot. But, man, Jason Tatum, he is so good. He's a prolific scorer. It's, instead of letting the clock run down with the 48 points in the game, he was like, you know what, I'm pulling this shit. I'm going for 50. Martin Luther King Day, insane. Getting the step on his defenders, getting through the lane, throwing it down. Terry Rozier was getting some tough shots to follow. Derek White was hitting some shots, and then Grant Williams was hitting some tough ones as well. Looking at the Celtics, I need to slow down. I mean, obviously, the lone scorer is going to be Jason Tatum. He put up 51 points for crying out loud. But looking at the Hornets side, 26 points for Jalen McDaniels. He put up 60% field goal shooting, which is awesome. That's very impressive for him. 19 points and 12 rebounds for Mason Plumlee. He's actually looked pretty damn good this year as a center. And LaMelo had 25. Guys like JT Thor off the bench, I feel like definitely they could have gave this team a little bit of an extra push. But again, you can't let Jason Tatum put up 51 points. Well, Jason Tatum is amazing, of course. He's a prolific scorer. I love him as a player. But, man, can't let him do that to you, really. Moving on, though, Pacers-Bucks. Was the next game. Drew Holiday sparks a late rally as the Bucks beat the Pacers by 13. It wasn't looking good for the Bucks early in this one, but Drew Holiday was able to muster some things together. Drew Holiday and the Milwaukee Bucks responded to the Indiana Pacers' fast start by delivering a dominant performance down the stretch, when they needed it, like fourth quarter runs and stuff. T.J. McConnell had a little bit of a heat check this game, and I'm sure he was one of the catalysts that really helped the Pacers get going. Nice shots for Drew Holiday. Grayson Allen was hitting from the three-point line. Drew Holiday passing the ball around. So was O'Shea Brissett. I know I'm talking about these games kind of quickly, but I don't have too much to say about a decent amount of these games, Looking at the Pacers, and 30 points for Miles Turner, 29 points off the bench. T.J. McConnell played one of the best games of his career. T.J. McConnell put up 29 points. He didn't miss a single three-point shot. But, it's just guys like Aaron Nesmith, Andrew Nembhard, Jalen Smith, O'Shea Brissett, Isaiah Jackson, Chris Duarte. It's just all these guys in between that need to help this franchise win basketball games. And for the most part this year, they have been successful in winning basketball games. But they could definitely be better. I still like the direction that the Pacers season is going in. It's just, man, you can't let the Bucks without Giannis do shit like this to you. Obviously when Bobby Portis is putting up 21 and 11 off of 50% three-point shooting and you get a 35-point, 11-assist performance out of Drew Holiday, it's kind of hard to really do anything, but man. Okay, good win for the Bucks. You just got to give them credit. Pelicans, Cavs, it's crazy because all these games were happening like midday. There was like a 5 o'clock game and a 9:30 game, and that's all we got for the late window. So, obviously, most of the time I was watching football. It wasn't a great game. Recaps coming tomorrow. But, Darius Garland scores 30 to push the Cavaliers past the Pelicans by 10. Darius Garland has developed a knack for when it's time for him to take over a game. He definitely knows exactly when to do it. Evan Mobley, though, he was finishing on some alley-oops. Darius Garland hitting from the three-point line. So was Donovan Mitchell. Jonas Valanciunas very good at the rim defense. Isaac Okoro was passing the ball well for the Cavs. But looking at the Pelicans, 22 points and 13 rebounds for Jonas Valanciunas. He didn't miss a single three. You get 25 points for C.J. McCollum off of 33% three-point shooting. I mean, Dyson Daniels, Larry Nance, Jackson Hayes. I mean, those are really guys that I want to see play better for this team. I mean, if we could see like 5 points a game for Jackson Hayes and 5 to 10 from Larry Nance and Dyson Daniels, this would be a lot better of a basketball team. But yeah, let's just look at the Cavs. 24 points and 11 rebounds for Jared Allen. Very overlooked center in this league. He shot 75% from the field. You get a 30-point, 11-assist performance from Darius Garland, 50% from three. One of my favorite players in the league, and he's showing everyone why he's one of my favorite players in the league. He's just so good at taking over games sometimes. It's awesome. Raptors next, the best game I watched all day. This game was awesome. It was sick, a lot of back and forth stuff. The Raptors recover after an R.J. Barrett tying jam. They edged the Knicks in overtime. R.J. Barrett's end-to-end driving dunk with 0.6 seconds left in regulation had the basket shaking. That was insane. Scotty Barnes, man, he was talking crazy this game. I don't know what the hell was going on. I don't know what the hell he was on, but he was talking crazy this game for a guy that's on a shitty team. I mean, the Knicks are not way better than the Raptors, but considerably better than the Raptors. And honestly, that's very surprising, but still. Knicks almost pulled away with a wild OT win there, but Mitchell Robinson was playing some good defense. That poster slam by R.J. Barrett was awesome. It was one of the better clutch dunks we've seen all year, obviously, with like the Tatum one against the Cavs. Gary Trent was playing some good defense for the Raptors. He was hitting some tough shots and all. But let's look here. Gary Trent had a very embarrassing air ball, though. That could have helped the Raptors win before regulation even ended. But looking at the Raptors still played great. Scotty Barnes played great. I'm not hating on him. I'm just saying they're not in a good spot, so I don't know why he's celebrating that much. Just put your head down and play some basketball, you know what I mean? I'm not saying to shut up and dribble. That's not the context that I'm using here. I'm just saying you can't really just talk all that shit and be on a team like this. 20 points for Pascal Siakam, 26 for Scotty Barnes. I'll give him credit. I mean, he shot 50% overall. 33 points for Fred VanVleet. Nothing was really going wrong for the Raptors. I mean, you could say the same for the other side. I mean, 21 points and 15 rebounds for Julius Randle. 26 for Jalen Brunson off of 33% three-point shooting, and 32 for R.J. Barrett. R.J. Barrett is really elevated. I think he's a really good player in the league. Obviously, they lost tonight, but he's a big part of a good basketball team here, and I'm really curious to see what the Knicks can do moving forward. Warriors-Wizards, another solid game, obviously, until the late run. Yeah, Steph Curry went crazy. Steph Curry and Jordan Poole lead the Wolves to a 9-point win against the Wizards. Great scoring for both Steph Curry and Jordan Poole. That two-guard combo is insane. Obviously Golden State's wobbling in this one, and now they're just an okay team. They were able to win. Very clutch late in the game. Steph Curry put up a great performance. Draymond flexed and celebrated. He thought like this tough shot he shot went in. But man, Draymond, he played great. He played some of his most clutch basketball to date. He had a steal. He had a nice little pass for Wiggins to dunk the ball to help win the game. Steph Curry beating the shot clock, hitting some incredible three-pointers. It was insane. Very impressive offense from Steph Curry. He continues to impress. He's been doing this in the league for so long, and yet he still impresses me. But Draymond Green, I got to give him his flowers, his credit. 17 points and 10 assists off of 67% three-point shooting. That's a Draymond Green performance we want to see. 41 points for Steph Curry. He shot 40% from the three-point line. 32 points for Jordan Poole off a 60% field goal percentage. I mean, the Warriors were just on one. No Klay Thompson. They rested him. But yeah, Jordan Poole able to get it done. I think it's about time to start Jordan Poole. He's played better basketball than Klay Thompson. So, but looking at the Wizards, 16 points, 11 rebounds for Kyle Kuzma off of 33% three-point shooting. You get 32 points out of Porzingis. Honestly, one of the most improved players in the league right now, 60% from the field. And you get Monte Morris. He usually doesn't play well, but at least I got a good performance out of him tonight. 17 points, 10 assists. Corey Kispert, and Corey Kispert could have definitely played better for this team, but it is what it is. I should have talked about the Knicks. My bad. Just like Miles McBride, maybe if he got a little more minutes, maybe if they got more minutes out of him, then it would have been fine. But Heat and Hawks, an okay game. Jamal Murray's 28 helped the hot shooting Hawks hold off the Heat. They win by 8. The Hawks aren't looking great, but they're not looking bad either. Great scoring in the final period, especially for DeJounte Murray. Miami tried to come back in this one, and the Hawks said no, no, no. They were able to win. Third straight win. Big first half, man. They were able to get a lead big to start the game, and it just never faltered. DeJounte Murray got an and 1-3 to win the game. Pretty awesome. He was talking shit. I love DeJounte Murray's energy on the court. He's a really good player. I've liked him as a player for about 2 or 3 years now. Bam Adebayo was getting some rebounds, throwing shit down. Bogdanovich was hitting some heat check threes. So, 34 points for Jimmy Butler, though. He didn't miss a single three. He get 20 points and 13 rebounds out of Bam Adebayo. But, I mean, Caleb Martin, Victor Oladipo, just guys like that. I mean, Victor Oladipo passed the ball very well, but we need him more. If you're a Heat fan, you need him more on the offensive end as well. So, yeah, it kind of sucks. The Hawks are, they're not a better team by any means, but they just played better basketball today. 24 points for Trae Young off 50% three-point shooting and 28 for DeJounte. So, shout out to the Hawks. My uncle is actually a fan, so I root for them from time to time. Jazz Timberwolves, very close game. Wow. Holy shit, Walker Kessler. 20 points, 21 rebounds. He helps the Jazz beat the Timberwolves. My God, the Jazz have their next Rudy Gobert, and they still have another all-star caliber player at center. And yeah, they're not a good basketball team, but they're not super shitty. Like, they could still make a run. It's his best rebounding game of his career, his best scoring night of his career. It's safe to say that Walker Kessler just had the game of his career so far. Jordan Clarkson, obviously, scoring well as well. Jazz were down 10 in the fourth quarter, and they were able to win. They won by a point. Anthony Edwards becomes the youngest player to hit 500 three-pointers. Just kind of a test to how good of a scorer and how elite he has become in this league. So, shout out to him. Anthony Edwards, you deserve it. Great player. He was throwing down some dunks this game. Ochai Agbaji was playing some good defense. Yeah, Anthony Edwards was just dunking it again and again. Looking at the Jazz, 20 points and 21 rebounds for fucking Walker Kessler. Jordan Clarkson put up 21 off of 40% three-point shooting. They haven't had Lauri Markkanen, but they're trying to fight back this season. They're not playing a great Timberwolves team by any means, but this isn't a bad team. Kyle Henderson got a triple-double. That's very interesting. 13 points, 10 assists, 11 rebounds. He shot 50% overall. Wow, shout out to you, Kyle Henderson. That's actually really cool. 21 points for D'Lo off of 50% three-point shooting. 29 points for Anthony Edwards. He shot 40% from three. Rudy Gobert left the game early, so that's very unfortunate. But, besides him not playing, I guess... yeah, I would just blame this loss on Rudy Gobert not being able to play sufficient minutes. People came off the bench and stepped up for him somewhat, but yeah. Suns Grizzlies. This was a shitty game. This was an absolute bloodbath. Grizzlies beat the Suns by 30. They extend their win streak to 10, looking like one of the best teams in the NBA. The Memphis Grizzlies are making lengthy winning streaks an annual occurrence. They do this every year. Honestly, if you pay attention to what's been happening over the last couple of NBA seasons, these guys literally do it every year. John Morant's such an athletic dude, getting crazy shots to go in, getting the MVP chance that he deserves from the crowd. He is definitely a top 10 player, top 15 at least. Brandon Clark had a nasty dunk. I've watched a decent amount of this game. John Morant having some fun, hitting some tough shots. In the same, these guys were just hitting tough shots. They were fouling them. All the shots were falling. Miles Bridges, or Mikal Bridges was also. We don't mention Miles Bridges, but Mikal Bridges, he was getting some buckets. here and there. And I mean, he finished with 21 points off of 33% three-point shooting and 50% from the field. He's not their best leader. They're not really ever able to win games. But when you're playing with guys like Torrey Craig and like Ish Wainwright, I mean, come on, man. Torrey Craig's not a terrible basketball player. I'm not hating on him, but dude, come on. How can you win games with that? But looking at John Moran, I mean, 29 points. He shot 55% from the field. 28 points for Desmond Bane, one of the best three-point shooters in the NBA. The 75% from three. But yeah, that wraps that up. Rockets, Lakers. We need to talk about this. Why does LeBron have to put up 40 to beat the Heat? Or Rockets, sorry. The worst team in the NBA. LeBron is out here dropping 48. Obviously, he didn't need to do that. He only needed to really put up like 40 points or so. But 48 points, this man damn near dropped 50 and only won by single-digit points. Come on, man. LeBron James drops 48. The Lakers beat the Rockets by 8 to snap a skid. They're trying to get into the groove of things. This is the best scoring night we've seen from LeBron this season, and he has had some impressive scoring nights. So this is some once-in-a-year shit here for LeBron James. I mean, he was passing the ball. He was rebounding the ball. Less than 3 weeks ago, he turned 38. The dude already has 3 40-point performances. He has a 40-point performance every single week. He has been 38 years old. Can you guys believe it? We are watching the magnum opus of basketball. Do I still have Jordan ahead of LeBron? Maybe. But, man, this guy's putting up crazy numbers. You know, a 3-game skid. They were able to win. They held off the Rockets. I don't even know why it was a competition. Jabari Smith told LeBron he played against his dad. That was kind of a funny little moment. You know, LeBron drilling jump shots. Alperen Sengun made some tough shots. Pretty impressive offense for Kendrick Nunn throughout the thing. But my God, my God, LA. Why is LeBron dropping 48 against the worst team in the NBA? You can say he's stat padding, but we'll get into them in a second. Let's look at the Rockets. Because, I mean, 33 points and 15 rebounds. Are you kidding me? Alperen Sengun didn't miss a single three-pointer all game. He's special. And no one ever thought that he would amount to shit. But Alperen Sengun has proven everyone wrong. And it's been very special. 23 points for Jalen Green as well. He put up 30% three-point shooting. Well, we don't really need to talk about the Lakers extensively because they won the game. But, man, I mean, Josh Christopher is really a guy that the Rockets needed this game, and they didn't get a lot out of him, so maybe that was a problem. 48 points for LeBron James. This man put up 48, and he shot 50% from the three. Shout out to Russell Westbrook. I mean, he came off the bench and put up 24. You guys can't say shit about Russell Westbrook now, even after that shitty shot he had last game. I don't care. People don't see the full picture. The dude shot 40% from 3, 50% from the field, and was putting up 20, 11, and 14. He is the second best player on the court. If he is in the big three, don't ever fucking complain about how he performs and what happens the last shot. Westbrook, what are you doing? Like, I'm looking on Twitter. That's all people are tweeting about. Like, okay. So you guys aren't going to talk about the fact that you guys have Juan Toscano Anderson, Kendrick Nunn, and Max Christie playing like absolute bums. You're not going to talk about that. Okay, that's fine. But yeah, let's just get a preview of tomorrow's games before I end this video. Only 4 games tomorrow. Okay, I mean, not really any. I mean, Sixers Clippers, that'll be worth watching. I'll watch that game. That'll be pretty good. But other than that, I mean, tomorrow's just kind of a slouch. I don't know. Leave a like, comment, subscribe.